Kelly Ripa stunningly attacked her husband Mark Consuelos on air, saying he didn't do anything. A comment took place amidst their customary lighthearted banter, but this particular punch possessed a pointed edge. Even the live crowd was taken aback by the unexpected criticism. For the whole rundown of the conversation, keep reading. Mark Consuelos' unexpected Christmas present plan for his kids is revealed. Back in October, Kelly Ripa made news for her remarks on how spoiled the kids in Manhattan were when it came to Halloween candy. Instead of letting the kids choose their own candies, she let slip her plan: pre-bag the treats. It would seem that her husband is now acting like Ebenezer Scrooge on Christmas Eve. Kelly Ripa mentioned the impending Black Friday discounts in a recent episode. She normally accomplishes most of her holiday shopping before the post-Thanksgiving rush, as her husband pointed out. After she admitted she hadn't shopped enough this year, he suggested they give each other as gifts instead of material possessions. The children are maturing into adulthood. They aren't getting anything from me. According to the Scream 7 star, the live co-hosts have 3 grown children between them: Lola, 24, Michael, and Joaquin, 22. His wife was surprised by how frugal he was with holiday gifts for their kids. Mark Consuelos suggested that instead, you just say Merry Christmas and send them a check or something. Live broadcaster Kelly Ripa criticizes husband for being inactive. Aside from exchanging presents, Kelly Ripa spoke about a tradition she tries to impose annually with no help from her husband. Just like any other typical family, the live host buys matching pajamas for the whole clan. She encounters constant resistance from her husband and children, who aren't very enthusiastic about the idea. For failing to do anything to enhance the holiday season, she severely criticized her spouse. She insisted that donning the pajamas was the very minimum he could do. Kelly Ripa accidentally said pajamas just before a profanity was bleeped out by live producers. See, I'm not one to ask for much. For this holiday, you have done absolutely nothing. You have made 0 contributions. You have not made any purchases. There's nothing you've baked. Nothing has been set up. Don your pajamas. Her nearly 30-year husband was the target of her wrath. According to Mark Consuelos, he does help out over the holidays, though maybe not much. His whole attention is on removing the package wrap. He doesn't hang around until everyone opens their presents. He confessed that he had quietly tossed it in the trash while others were opening their presents. Thanksgiving has to take place before Christmas festivities can start. It was the holiday season, and Kelly Ripa admitted she wasn't ready. In spite of her initial intentions to host, she made note of her plans to avoid being caught. If you agree with Mark Consuelos that adult children should get monetary gifts instead of tangible ones, please share your thoughts in the comments. An escape from Thanksgiving. Why the Ripa Consuelos family evaded capture while receiving a lavish holiday present. Discussion is now front and center. Looking back over the couple's previous Thanksgiving revolt is the only way to comprehend their current perspective. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa pulled off a scheme that surprised traditionalists but delighted their tired followers in the days leading up to the on-air Christmas gift explosion. They gave up on hosting a Thanksgiving at home altogether. As the consummate hostess for many years, Kelly Ripa has recounted her harrowing experiences with turkey trauma and culinary catastrophes. Viewers from years past may recall the notorious wet brine episode, a culinary disaster that continues to trouble her. However, she was completely honest with her audience this year and said that she wasn't prepared to handle the pressure. We were lucky. We're escaping, she admitted in the middle of November. This year, we are hosting. But that's about it. Would you agree with that? After all the facts were out, it was crystal clear. The power couple hopped on a plane and sailed to London. Lola Consuelos, their 24-year-old daughter who recently graduated from New York University and is now residing in the United Kingdom, was the principal reason for the trip. However, the primary drive was based on the need to stay alive. They rested while the staff took care of the turkey, stuffing, and most importantly, cleanup. A gushing Kelly Ripa updated the audience on the success of this unconventional maneuver on the program that aired on December 1st. Allow me to boast. With a smile on her face, she made the announcement, our Thanksgiving was the best. The dinner just arrived, and then when it was done, it was cleared away. Evidently, nothing brought more delight than witnessing a dirty plate disappear into the hands of hotel service for a woman who has spent 30 years juggling a prominent job with motherhood. As usual, Mark Consuelos played it straight, saying that his experience was the same as every year, providing a calm contrast to Kelly's enthusiastic personality. As a distinguished visitor, I merely showed up. It wasn't all about the cuisine on the London excursion. For the scattered children of Consuelo and Michael, 28, it was an unusual opportunity for reunion. Putting his life together in Brooklyn with Joaquin, 22, who just graduated from Michigan. Gathering the entire brood of empty nesters is no small task. A West End performance, a trip to Hyde Park Winter Wonderland, and a carnival that Ripa had proactively reserved tickets for were all ways that the family was seen enjoying the Christmas London environment. The usual fighting between Ripa Consuelos persisted even on this picture-perfect getaway. The pair had an intense on-air argument a few weeks ago regarding the idea of an airport divorce, in which couples intentionally separate at the airport. Disagreements caused by travel. Mark, who likes to arrive 90 minutes before a trip, and Kelly, who likes to arrive 4 to 16 hours before a flight, are famously different types of travelers. They made it through the voyage to London unscathed, but the strain of the holidays must have stayed with them, leading to their present disagreement over Christmas presents. The adult-child conundrum. Cash versus treasured recollections. Here we return to the main issue that has caused division in the live comment section. Mark, the daring claim made by the Consuelos that their children have outgrown the need for traditional presents. I am not making a passing comment. A major change in the family dynamic is reflected in it. For a long time, the Consuelo family's Christmas celebrations were extensively recorded, complete with an abundance of presents and extravagant surprises. However, things have changed as the kids have gone from being little ones to becoming adults who pay taxes. Michael is a producer, Lola makes music and creates material, and Joaquin is starting his life after college. The query is universally understood by parents of grown-up children. At what point do you no longer play Santa? With a simple Merry Christmas, Mark proposed giving them a check or some other kind of payment. The studio crowd sent out gasps in response to that comment. Many people associate checks with coldness, transactionality, and the loss of the enchantment that Kelly Ripa works so hard to preserve. Kelly, known for her extensive ornament collection and deep appreciation for emotive rituals, initially perceived the transaction as purely clinical. Nevertheless, the suggestion made by Mark Scrooge has a more pragmatic aspect to it. Anyone whose children are adults knows how difficult it is to choose a present for individuals with distinct likes and disposable means. You can end up with clothes that don't fit, electronics that they already have, or furniture that doesn't go with their place. The ultimate gift, autonomy, is offered by cold, hard cash. The gift, according to Mark, is not a sweater they'll never wear, but rather the freedom to do anything they choose with the money, whether that's paying rent, going on a vacation, or saving. However, opening presents is a crucial part of Kelly's holiday experience. She's battling to keep alive the collective experience of Christmas morning, the ripping of paper, the slight surprise. She claims that if you boil down the transaction to a bank transfer, you turn the vacation into a commercial deal. There has been an outpouring of criticism in response to the couple's argument. Social media polls reveal a roughly even split. Checks are reasonable and trustworthy, according to Team Mark Camp. The question is, why purchase unnecessary items? Commented by one fan. A new scarf won't help. They need rent money. In response, the Kelly camp argues that checks are inefficient. A check is written with no consideration. Christmas is about giving, not receiving, according to one observer. Playing the game with no presents is risky. The couple has added an additional riskier component to their 2025 holiday plan, as if the cash for kids issue wasn't already heated enough. Mark proposed the concept of exchanging gifts during a broadcast in late November, when the topic was Black Friday sales, as a gift to each other. As a gift of freedom, he framed it. Deliverance from the burden of buying. No more worrying about whether you're wearing the correct size. Also, independence from the pain that comes with receiving a subpar present. Instead of purchasing each other gifts this year, we'll just enjoy each other's company without any pressure. Seeking a loophole, Kelly clarified. She made a joke after Mark confirmed, saying, "That's actually 2 less gifts, 'cause I don't have to get your gift and the gift you give me." As a result, it's really liberating. Nonetheless, precedent indicates that this is an impasse. No gifts almost never mean no gifts, as any couple with a marriage of more than 5 years or more experienced will attest. There won't be any major presents, but you'd better have something thoughtful and little if you don't want problems. Kelly Ripa is the type of woman who loves heartfelt mementos and large gestures. Even Mark Consuelos admits that he may be careless at times. Their tightrope walking is due to their agreement to nothing. The power dynamic will change drastically if Mark actually wakes up on Christmas morning with only a hug and a grin, while Kelly has quietly prepared a modest nostalgic scrapbook or a framed photo. Make sure you don't slip anything in there, Mark advised her, expressing his desire for a stocking that is empty. Yet, empty is subjective in the realm of high-level mental games. The battle applied to gift wrap, the cleanliness fetish that Mark has. Even more than the dearth of presents, Mark's restlessness on Christmas morning poses a threat to the tranquility of the Conguelo home. It all starts here with the wrapping paper wars. Kelly has painted a clear picture of the scene. As the first presents are unwrapped, the family gathers around to listen to the music. Delight is permeating everything. Mark is the next one. He makes a shark-like circuit of the living room while brandishing a garbage bag. I sneakily tossed it in the bin while everyone else was still opening presents. As if he were narrating a public service, Mark conceded.